As I said, our region always tells us that we need to produce such things which can be used if attacked. I was chatting with friends today and they said, nothing is far away from us. When will we live in a time without war or something like that? I said, I never, not that I wish for it. Wherever we are, unless we are talking about South America, North America, Australia, and New Zealand, if we don't consider the farthest reaches of China somehow, we are close to everywhere. Everything is happening next to us, in our neighborhood, in our neighbor, or in a neighbor of our neighbor. Because what we have been taught since primary school is geostrategic importance, that is, the location of our geography, comes with its virtues. We are close to everywhere, in the middle of everything. Therefore, even if Russia and Ukraine are fighting, they are very close to us. If something happens in Europe or the Balkans, it is right next to us. Our neighbors are the gateway to the East, to Asia, and we are the point where Arabia opens to us. If we look a little faster in Africa, if we look a little longer, we are already as close as we can see from the Mediterranean and the Aegean. That's why we are surrounded by troubles. When one ends, another one is started. We have seen this too. We are in a geography where the movement never ends. I saw it today. I told my friends to check it out tomorrow. For example, we talk about it as if there are problems only here, but especially the geography close to Russia in Europe, Poland, Romania, Slovakia, and at the same time the Scandinavian countries are clearly experiencing the threat of war. Now this fabrication of mine, this fear of mine is out of their hands. Because in Denmark, one of the Scandinavian countries, Denmark, women, the issue of 18-year-old women being conscripted into the army is being discussed and put into practice. Let's also say this. Everyone is arming themselves. Everyone is making military investments. Because you never know who will attack whom and when. I think that because we are close to every part of the geography, unfortunately, we will never see a war that does not concern us. At least it has been like this since I was born. What is close to us now is the Russian-Ukrainian war, which concerns us very clearly and which we are making great efforts to end. It is said that Russia has made a very clear progress in this period. And Luhansk, when it started, Donetsk and Luhansk were the most talked about. Russia had launched an invasion, a war, using the Russians in these two regions and cities as an excuse. Now, with its advance, it is claimed that Russia has captured Luhansk completely with its physical borders. If the claim is confirmed, Luhansk will be the first region to be completely occupied by Russia at a time of intense diplomatic efforts for a ceasefire. But it's not only here, not only in this red area, but also in Sumy, where there is information that Russia is advancing in very large areas. In fact, this is the biggest. It is also claimed that Russia has made the fastest progress in terms of square kilometers in a few days. Let's see, sir.
On the one hand, Russia gives the message of continuing negotiations. On the other hand, it accelerates its attacks on Ukraine. Finally, a Russian official from Luhansk, which Russia illegally annexed in September 2022, said that 100% of the region is now under our control. Putin has ordered the illegal annexation of Luhansk, Donetsk, Zaporizhia and Kherson, but has not been able to take full control of any of them. If the Russian official's claim is confirmed, this would follow more than 3 years of war. It will be the first Ukrainian region to be fully occupied by Russia. The timing of the development is important because it comes at a time of diplomatic efforts for peace. In Ukraine, Russia has intensified its drone strikes. A military facility was targeted in the Russian city of Ijevsk, about 1,300 kilometers from the Ukrainian border. After the drone attack, a fire broke out at the facility. The facility in question was producing Russian air defense systems. The Financial Times newspaper, on the other hand, published a remarkable report. According to Western military experts, both the Ukrainian and Russian armies are pushing their limits. However, it is stated that Russia can maintain its current attack tempo for another year, while Ukraine can reach its resistance limit within 6 months. On the other hand, there is also concern that Russia may launch a large-scale offensive against Odessa. Russian leader Vladimir Putin has previously said that he sees Odessa as a historic Russian city. If Odessa, which has economic, symbolic, and strategic importance, is occupied, Ukraine will lose its main port. These images are from North Korea. A funeral was held for the soldiers who went to war on behalf of Russia and lost their lives. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un was seen mourning over the coffins.